Getting older changes the way your body holds on to strength. Maybe you've noticed that your legs feel less steady climbing stairs, or that your back aches a little more after bending to pick up something. It's not just old age. Often it's your bones quietly losing the minerals that once kept them solid as a rock. After 60, calcium becomes one of the most important nutrients in your diet. Not because your body suddenly forgets how to use it, but because it pulls calcium out of your bones more quickly than before. If you don't keep topping up the supply, your bones can weaken like an old wooden chair that's been left outside in the rain too long. Most people have been told since childhood, drink your milk, it makes your bones strong. And yes, dairy is a good source of calcium. But here's the twist. Dairy is not the only answer. In fact, some people don't digest milk well anymore, or they worry about cholesterol, or they simply don't enjoy the taste. If you thought giving up milk meant giving up bone strength, you're in for a surprise. Nature has hidden calcium in many foods you probably eat already, and some of them even do double duty by protecting your heart, muscles, and brain at the same time. Imagine this. Instead of depending only on a glass of milk, you could enjoy a plate of roasted broccoli, a handful of almonds, or even a bowl of chickpeas, and know that your bones are thanking you. Each bite is like putting another coin in your bone savings account. And the best part? These foods bring along other gifts: fiber for digestion, protein for strength, and antioxidants that help you stay sharp. Think of your bones as the foundation of your house. Without a strong foundation, even the most beautiful house will start to crack and crumble. By 60, that foundation needs extra care. If you've ever seen an old building being reinforced with steel beams to keep it from collapsing, that's exactly what calcium-rich foods beyond dairy can do for you. They reinforce your skeleton so it can keep carrying you through the years. In this video, we'll walk through 8 powerful foods beyond dairy that can keep your bones stronger than you thought possible. Broccoli, kale, sardines, almonds, tofu, sesame seeds, figs, chickpeas. You don't have to memorize them all now. We'll explore each one slowly, like meeting old friends who bring new gifts into your life. And I promise, by the end, you'll discover which of these foods not only builds bone strength, but also supports your heart. A double win. But before diving into the list, let's pause for a moment and talk about why calcium matters so much after 60. You see, your body doesn't just use calcium for bones. Calcium is also the messenger that helps your muscles contract, your blood clot when you get a cut, and even your nerves send signals to the brain. Without enough calcium, you don't just risk weak bones. You risk muscle cramps, slower healing, and even memory trouble. It's like running a household without enough electricity. Lights flicker, machines stop working, and everything feels out of order. And here's the catch. Even if you eat enough calcium, your body needs help absorbing it. That's where foods with vitamin D, magnesium, and healthy fats come in. They act like the delivery trucks that bring calcium to your bones. If you only eat calcium without these helpers, it's like buying groceries but never bringing them home from the store. That's why a variety of foods, not just one source, is the key to real bone health. So here's the good news. The 8 foods we'll talk about today don't just give you calcium. They also bring along those delivery trucks: vitamin K, magnesium, protein, and omega-3s. That means every serving works harder for you, giving your bones the strength they need while keeping the rest of your body humming along. Now let's begin with the first surprising hero: broccoli. You've probably heard it called a superfood before, but what does it actually do for your bones? Stay with me, because the answer might make you see this green veggie in a whole new light. Let's start with broccoli, the vegetable that parents everywhere tried to sneak onto children's plates, often with little success. But as we grow older, broccoli turns out to be less of a punishment and more of a blessing. When it comes to bone health, broccoli is like a gentle yet powerful guardian. A single cup of cooked broccoli gives you calcium, yes, but also vitamin K and vitamin C, 2 nutrients that quietly play key roles in keeping your skeleton steady. Vitamin K helps calcium stick to your bones, so it doesn't float away unused. Vitamin C, on the other hand, supports collagen production, and collagen is the framework, the scaffolding, that calcium attaches itself to. Without it, your bones would be brittle, like chalk that crumbles when pressed too hard. Imagine your bones as a sturdy bridge. Calcium is the concrete, but vitamin C and K are the steel beams holding everything together. Without those beams, the concrete would crack under pressure. That's why broccoli isn't just another green veggie. It's part of the construction crew that rebuilds your bones every single day. And the best part? Broccoli is light, easy to cook, and versatile. Steam it, roast it, or toss it into a stir-fry. Every version keeps those nutrients intact. But here's another hidden gift of broccoli. It supports digestion and reduces inflammation. Many seniors notice that aches and pains in the joints seem worse after eating processed foods or heavy meats. Broccoli, with its antioxidants and fiber, acts like a gentle broom sweeping away some of that inflammation. So when you enjoy a plate of broccoli, you're not only feeding your bones, you're calming your joints too. Now let's turn to kale, the leafy green that once lived quietly in the background of salads but has recently become a superstar. Kale's reputation isn't just trendy hype. It's backed by real nutritional power. In fact, kale is one of the most calcium-rich leafy greens you can eat. 1 cup of cooked kale can give you nearly as much calcium as a small glass of milk, without the lactose or extra fat. Think of kale as the tough old soldier in your kitchen. Its leaves may look rough and wrinkled, but inside, it's packed with strength. Besides calcium, kale provides magnesium, which helps your body absorb and use that calcium effectively. Remember the delivery truck analogy? Magnesium is one of those trucks. Without it, calcium might sit idle, never reaching the bones where it's needed. Kale delivers both in one package, the nutrient and the helper that ensures it arrives at its destination. Here's another way kale shines. It's full of vitamin K just like broccoli. That means every forkful of kale is like signing a contract between calcium and your skeleton, binding them together in a long-lasting partnership. Seniors often hear about osteoporosis, the thinning of bones that makes fractures more likely. Kale doesn't magically cure it, but it can certainly slow it down, adding layer upon layer of protection each time you enjoy it. The challenge, of course, is taste. Not everyone falls in love with kale at first bite. Its leaves can feel tough and bitter, especially when raw. But with the right preparation, kale transforms. Try sautéing it gently with garlic and olive oil, or adding it to soups where the leaves soften and absorb the flavors around them. You can even blend kale into a smoothie with banana and berries. The fruit sweetness masks the bitterness, and you're left with a drink that tastes fresh while secretly delivering a bone-strengthening boost. If broccoli and kale sound too ordinary, remember this: ordinary is exactly what your body needs. Bone health doesn't depend on exotic powders or expensive supplements. It depends on steady, everyday foods that you can buy at the local market. Broccoli and kale may not look glamorous, but they provide steady deposits into your bone bank, preventing withdrawals that lead to weakness. Picture this: you're walking outside on a breezy afternoon, perhaps carrying groceries or holding the hand of your grandchild. Every step you take relies on bones that don't creak under pressure. That freedom, to walk, to bend, to live without fear of falling, is built quietly in the kitchen with simple foods like broccoli and kale. They may not shout for attention, but over the years, their quiet strength becomes your own. And now, while greens build the foundation, let's move to something unexpected. A tiny fish that's small enough to fit on a cracker but strong enough to carry your bones for decades. Yes, I'm talking about sardines, the next surprising ally in your bone health journey. Now, let's turn to a food that might surprise you: sardines. These little fish, often packed tightly in cans, are far more powerful than they look. For many seniors, sardines may bring back memories of quick lunches or simple snacks, but what most people don't realize is that they are one of the richest natural sources of calcium available. And here's why. When you eat sardines, you eat the soft bones inside them too. Those tiny bones are packed with calcium, and because they're already so soft, your body absorbs them easily. It's like nature designed sardines to deliver bone strength in the most efficient package possible. But sardines don't stop there. Along with calcium, they provide vitamin D, and that's a game changer. You see, vitamin D is like the key that unlocks the door for calcium to enter your bones. Without it, much of the calcium you eat simply passes through your system unused. Many seniors struggle with low vitamin D levels, especially if they don't get much sunlight. Sardines solve both problems at once, giving you calcium and the vitamin D needed to put it to work. It's like buying both the furniture and the assembly tools in one box. On top of that, sardines are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, the healthy fats that reduce inflammation and support heart health. This makes sardines one of the rare foods that can strengthen bones and protect your heart at the same time. Imagine that, a simple little fish working overtime, keeping your skeleton steady while lowering your risk of heart disease. If you've been told to cut back on red meat but you're worried about protein, sardines can step in, offering lean protein that nourishes muscles as well as bones. The beauty of sardines is their convenience. They don't require fancy cooking. Just open the can and they're ready. Add them to a salad, spread them on whole grain toast, or mix them into pasta. Some may hesitate at their strong flavor, but remember, that flavor is the taste of concentrated nutrition. And when paired with lemon juice, herbs, or tomatoes, sardines can be surprisingly delicious. From the sea, let's move to the land, specifically the humble almond. Many seniors already enjoy a handful of nuts as a snack, but did you know that almonds are a secret bone builder? A small handful provides not only calcium, but also magnesium, protein, and healthy fats. Think of almonds as the multi-tool of nutrition. Each nut is like carrying a pocket knife, screwdriver, and flashlight all in one. Compact, versatile, and incredibly useful. Calcium in almonds is important, but the magnesium they bring is just as critical. Remember the delivery trucks? Magnesium is one of the best drivers, helping calcium find its way to the bones. Without enough magnesium, calcium may wander aimlessly, never reaching its true destination. Almonds quietly provide both. And here's something seniors often appreciate. Almonds also help with blood sugar control and heart health. Many people overstee or managing concerns like type 2 diabetes or high cholesterol. Almonds, rich in fiber and healthy fats, keep blood sugar from spiking too fast and cholesterol levels from rising too high. So while you're feeding your bones, you're also caring for your heart and energy levels. The great part is that almonds are easy to fit into your daily life. Snack on them plain, toss them into a salad, sprinkle them over oatmeal, or even blend them into a smoothie. If chewing is a concern, almond butter offers the same benefits in a creamy, spreadable form. Just make sure to choose natural versions without added sugar or hydrogenated oils. Think of sardines and almonds together as an unlikely pair, one from the ocean, one from the orchard, both working toward the same goal, keeping your bones strong and your body resilient. Sardines bring the power of calcium and vitamin D, while almonds provide the calcium-magnesium teamwork and steady heart protection. Together, they show that bone health doesn't depend on one type of food, but on variety, small, steady choices that build into lasting strength. And speaking of variety, let's now explore another surprising champion. It doesn't swim or grow on trees. Instead, it's crafted from soybeans and has been a staple in Asian diets for centuries. Yes, we're talking about tofu, a soft, versatile food that can be one of the easiest ways to keep your bones from weakening. Now let's look at tofu, a food that has been part of Asian kitchens for thousands of years, but is only slowly being appreciated in the West. Tofu is made from soybeans, and though it looks plain, it hides a powerhouse of nutrients inside. One of its biggest strengths for seniors is calcium. Depending on how it's prepared, tofu can contain as much calcium as dairy, sometimes even more. But tofu doesn't stop there. It also brings high-quality plant protein, which is essential for maintaining muscle mass as we age. After all, strong bones need strong muscles to support them, and tofu helps with both. Imagine tofu as a blank canvas. On its own, it may taste mild, but it absorbs the flavor of whatever you cook it with. Add soy sauce, ginger, or garlic, and it takes on an Asian flair. Mix it into soups, stir-fries, or even bake it, and suddenly it becomes a satisfying, bone-building meal. Seniors who may not enjoy heavy meats or who want to cut back on cholesterol find tofu to be a gentle, heart-friendly alternative. Think of it as the soft but steady friend in your kitchen. Not flashy, but always dependable. Tofu also has another secret. It contains isoflavones, plant compounds that can mimic the effects of estrogen in the body. This is especially helpful for women after menopause, when bone loss speeds up due to lower estrogen levels. By adding tofu to your meals, you're not just getting calcium. You're giving your bones a gentle shield against the natural decline that comes with age. Now, let's move from soybeans to something much smaller, but no less powerful: sesame seeds. You've probably seen them sprinkled on top of bread or bagels, but these tiny seeds are loaded with bone-strengthening minerals. Just a few tablespoons provide calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, the very trio your bones crave. If calcium is the brick, then magnesium and phosphorus are the mortar and glue that keep the structure strong. It's almost funny to think about it, such tiny seeds holding such powerful nutrition. But that's the beauty of nature. Strength often hides in small packages. For seniors who may not want to eat large portions, sesame seeds are a simple way to add nutrients without feeling heavy. Sprinkle them on salads, stir them into yogurt, or use tahini, a paste made from sesame seeds, as a spread or dressing. Each bite quietly adds to your bones' foundation. Sesame seeds also bring along healthy fats, which help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D and K. That means they don't just deliver minerals, they help your body use them. It's like having a construction worker who not only brings the bricks, but also knows how to stack them properly. And here's a pleasant surprise: sesame seeds support heart health too. They contain compounds called lignans, which may help lower cholesterol and improve blood pressure. For seniors concerned about both bone and heart health, sesame seeds offer a double benefit. Add them to your daily meals, and you're building bones and protecting arteries at the same time. Think about this. In your kitchen, you may already have sesame seeds sitting quietly in a jar, almost forgotten. But each time you take a spoonful and sprinkle it on your food, you're making a small investment in your strength and independence. Because in the end, staying independent as you age depends on bones that don't break easily and a heart that beats steadily. Sesame seeds help you secure both. Tofu and sesame seeds may seem simple, even ordinary, but together, they show how everyday foods can protect your bones without the need for complicated supplements or expensive treatments. One soft and versatile, the other tiny and nutty, they both remind us that strength doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's hidden in plain sight, waiting to be added to your plate. Now we've covered greens, fish, nuts, soy, and seeds. But what about something sweet? Believe it or not, fruit can also be a powerful source of calcium. And one fruit in particular has been treasured since ancient times for its rich sweetness and surprising mineral content. Yes, next we'll talk about figs, the delicious treat that doubles as a bone builder. Now let's bring a touch of sweetness into the story. Figs. These fruits have been enjoyed since ancient times, prized not only for their flavor but also for their healing properties. Figs may look humble, often wrinkled on the outside when dried, but inside they hide a treasure chest of calcium. Just a handful of dried figs can provide as much calcium as a small glass of milk. That makes them one of the easiest and tastiest ways to give your bones what they need. But figs aren't just about calcium. They're also rich in potassium and magnesium, minerals that balance how calcium is used in your body. Potassium helps reduce calcium loss through urine, while magnesium acts as the traffic controller, making sure calcium ends up in your bones rather than floating around aimlessly. It's almost as if figs know your bones need not just one mineral, but a whole team working together. For seniors, figs also offer another gift: fiber. Digestive problems can become more common with age, and figs, with their natural fiber, help keep everything moving smoothly. This means when you eat figs, you're not only feeding your bones, but also caring for your gut health, which in turn supports nutrient absorption overall. Strong digestion means stronger bones, because your body can actually use what you eat. The beauty of figs is their versatility. You can eat them fresh, where they're soft and honey sweet, or dried, where they become chewy and concentrated in flavor. Add them to oatmeal, chop them into salads, or enjoy them as a natural dessert after dinner. Each bite feels like a little indulgence, yet it's also an investment in your strength. Think of them as candy from nature, with the bonus of protecting your skeleton. Now let's move to another food that might surprise you: chickpeas. Also known as garbanzo beans, chickpeas are small, round, and beige. Not much to look at, but they are powerful bone builders. Chickpeas are a plant-based source of calcium, but they also deliver protein, magnesium, and fiber. That combination makes them a perfect food for seniors who want to protect bones while keeping blood sugar stable and digestion strong. Imagine chickpeas as the reliable neighbor who always shows up when you need help. They may not be flashy, but they're always dependable. Each serving of chickpeas provides the steady calcium your bones need, while the protein supports your muscles and the fiber helps your digestion. It's like having 3 helpers rolled into one. Chickpeas are also versatile in the kitchen. You can add them to soups and stews, roast them for a crunchy snack, or blend them into hummus. That creamy spread, popular in Mediterranean diets, combines chickpeas with tahini, made from sesame seeds, lemon, and garlic. When you eat hummus, you're getting calcium from both the chickpeas and the sesame, a double dose of bone support in every scoop. And here's a hidden strength. Chickpeas also bring along folate and iron, nutrients that support energy and overall vitality. Many seniors feel fatigue more easily, and foods like chickpeas help fight that by nourishing your blood and energy systems. When your energy is steady, you're more likely to stay active, and activity itself is one of the best ways to keep bones strong. It's a cycle of health. Strong bones allow you to move, movement keeps your bones strong, and foods like chickpeas fuel that cycle. So, with figs and chickpeas, you add sweetness and substance to your bone-building toolbox. One offers a natural treat that feels like dessert, the other a hearty, satisfying base for countless meals. Together, they show that bone health doesn't come from one kind of food alone. It comes from variety. Plants, seeds, nuts, fish, beans, all contributing in their own way, like members of a well-balanced orchestra playing a symphony of strength. Now that we've explored all 8 calcium-rich foods beyond dairy, broccoli, kale, sardines, almonds, tofu, sesame seeds, figs, and chickpeas, it's time to tie everything together. In the final part, we'll look at how to combine them into daily life and reveal which one of these not only strengthens bones, but also provides extra protection for your heart. We've now traveled through the garden, the sea, the orchard, and even the pantry shelf, meeting 8 foods that quietly work behind the scenes to keep your bones steady after 60. Let's pause for a moment and look back at the team you've gathered. You have the greens, broccoli and kale, building the framework with calcium, vitamin C, and vitamin K. You have the sea's gift, sardines, bringing calcium plus vitamin D and omega-3s. From the orchard, almonds provide calcium, magnesium, and heart-friendly fats. From the soybean, tofu offers calcium and protein while protecting against post-menopause bone loss. Sesame seeds, tiny but mighty, add minerals and healthy fats. Figs bring sweetness, calcium, and fiber, while chickpeas offer calcium, protein, and steady energy. Together, these 8 foods form a powerful circle around your bones. Imagine your skeleton standing at the center of this circle, and each food holding hands to protect it. No single food has to do everything. The magic happens when they work together, each contributing its strength. Now, here's the important part. Eating these foods once in a while won't be enough. Bone strength is like saving money. Small, regular deposits over time make the biggest difference. A plate of broccoli here, a handful of almonds there, figs for dessert, hummus with lunch. These simple habits build up, day after day, until your bones are stronger and steadier than you realize. The question many seniors ask is, do I have to eat all of them every day? The answer is no. Think of it like rotation. Some days you'll enjoy greens, other days beans, another day sardines or tofu. The key is variety and consistency. Your bones don't need a feast once in a while. They need steady support every week, every month, every year. And remember, bones don't live alone. They depend on muscles to carry you, on your heart to pump blood into them, and on your digestive system to absorb nutrients. That's why the best bone foods often do double duty, helping not just your skeleton but your whole body. Which brings us to the final reveal. Of all 8, sardines stand out as the bone builder that also protects your heart. Their omega-3 fats reduce inflammation, lower cholesterol, and support circulation. That means every time you enjoy sardines, you're strengthening your skeleton and lowering your risk of heart disease. 2 of the biggest concerns after 60 in a single meal. Sardines are like the friend who shows up not only to help you move furniture, but also brings a toolbox to fix your door. They go above and beyond. But here's the bigger picture. It's not about crowning one best food. It's about creating a lifestyle where calcium-rich, heart-friendly foods are woven naturally into your days. Some mornings that might mean oatmeal topped with figs and almonds. Lunch could be hummus with veggies or a salad sprinkled with sesame seeds. Dinner might be baked tofu with stir-fried broccoli or a plate of pasta tossed with kale and sardines. Each meal becomes a quiet step toward independence and vitality. Think about what strong bones mean for your life. It's not just about avoiding fractures. It's about walking without fear, climbing stairs with confidence, lifting your grandchildren, and living in your own home without needing constant help. Bones are the frame of your freedom, and feeding them well is one of the most powerful gifts you can give yourself. And here's the final thought. Many people believe aging means inevitable decline. But the truth is, decline is not destiny. With the right foods, your bones can stay stronger than you think possible. The secret isn't in expensive pills or miracle cures. It's in the simple, everyday choices that build your body quietly, meal by meal. So next time you're in the kitchen, look at your plate. Ask yourself, am I making a deposit in my bone bank today? If the answer is yes, then each bite is more than food. It's your ticket to strength, independence, and a heart that keeps beating strong alongside your bones. Because at the end of the day, you don't just want to live longer, you want to live stronger. And these 8 foods, beyond dairy, can help you do exactly that.